Welcome to the 3D view tutorial. The 3D view, like any other view, can be enlarged to take up the entire screen by clicking on the black box which appears in the top right of the view. As previously mentioned in other tutorials, the image can be zoomed in by holding down the right mouse button and moving the mouse forwards, or zoomed out by holding down the right mouse button and moving the mouse backwards. The image can be moved by holding down the wheel of the mouse and moving the mouse in various directions. The image can be rotated by holding down the left mouse button and moving the mouse. An implant can be moved by moving the cursor over the implant and left-clicking the implant and moving the implant to the desired location. The angle of the implant can be modified by moving the cursor over the axle of the implant and rotating the implant to the proper angle. The abutment can be rotated as well by moving the cursor over the abutment and using the left mouse button to click and to modify the angle of the abutment. The slider that we have on top of the 3D view is our density threshold. If we grab the slider and raise the threshold, we're going to see less anatomy. We're going to see only the anatomy which has a density in Hounsfield units over the number which appears to the left of the slider. If we lower the density threshold, we're going to see more anatomy, including the less dense anatomy. If we move the slider way down, then we are going to see the soft tissue of the patient and the skin. The top right icon provides another way of changing the angle of the image. We could select from the drop-down list, and the image rotates accordingly. The second icon allows us to modify various properties pertinent to the image that we're looking at. We can change the name of the particular surface that we're dealing with by typing in a new name and clicking Apply. We can modify the color of the image or the opacity of the image by moving the slider in any direction that we please. If we want to temporarily turn off or hide the image, we could uncheck the visible box and the image disappears. The Contour 3D is another way of adjusting the density threshold. The Blue Sky Plan software has powerful capabilities to deal with multiple surfaces or multiple images. You could think of a surface as a component or as a layer. If the scan appliance has been imported, you could turn on that visibility as well, and you could see in the image that the scan appliance now appears within the view. And we can also go ahead and create copies of any surface that we like by clicking the green plus, typing in a new name, and clicking Apply. We can now modify any of the properties particular to that particular surface. And changes that we make will only apply to the surface with the visible checkbox checked. Density threshold for the particular surface can be modified by using the Contour 3D slider within our property box. If we would like to hide the copy that we made or any other surface, we could uncheck the visible box, choose the surface which we would like to display, and click the visible checkbox. To delete a surface, we select the surface from the list, select the red minus, and the surface has been deleted. Our third icon on the right allows us to toggle on and off the implants. Clicking the icon once will remove the implants, and clicking it again will cause the implants to reappear. The same applies to the fourth icon from the top, which will toggle on and off any nerves that we have. Clicking it once will hide the nerve, and clicking it again will cause the nerve to reappear. The fifth icon from the top is our volume rendering, and clicking on it allows us to choose from a variety of volume rendering presets. Selecting a particular preset will have the predefined properties appear on the screen. We could use the density threshold to adjust the density of the image on the screen. We can use our slicing tool to grab any of the nodes which now appear on the screen, move the node into the image to create a cross-section slice at that particular location. The slicing tool can be turned off by choosing the off option, and we could return to full volume by selecting return to full volume. We could turn off the volume rendering by choosing visibility off. This concludes the 3D View training tutorial.